what is that point where the difference in the genome is meaningful?
That's a good question, Marcia, and I think there's still the ongoing discussions on whether, for example, at the O5 level, some people use 2%. So if you're different by 2%, okay, I can call it a different virus. Well, depending on who you talk to, they'll say, I can leave this virus in this population of pigs for a year without any introductions, and I can come back later on and it may have changed already 2%. Maybe not in a year, maybe a little longer. Is that a different virus? Maybe not, maybe not. It's just being there, just replicating itself, changing as viruses do, specifically this kind of viruses. So that's when we have a gap on agreement of what's a different virus. And I think that's sometimes tricky to define, right? Now, with whole genome sequencing now, we're gonna increase that, how would you call that diversity, complexity, if you will, in the sense that we're gonna be looking at the whole virus, but still, that's gonna help us understand, okay, this was the same old virus. The thing is that it just changed by this much in this specific section of the virus, right? So it can be tricky.
Interesting. Do you think the 2% is a good ballpark, or would you rather be at a different percentage?
Marcio, I think to start with, we have to start somewhere, and I think that's a good start point. Because if you have a good history of your herd, for example, filter farms go through that process. Filter farms, yeah, we know that they're in the highest density throughout the country. They get introductions every now and then, but because they have a good history of what has happened, whenever they see a 99.5, they'll say, it's still the same virus. Even if they go to 98.3, but they haven't had any clinical outbreaks, they'll say, this might still be the same virus we saw a year and a half ago. So we shouldn't worry about this one, right? So I think that's a way to start, I mean, that's a good way to guide the conversation.